Hello, thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For this week's read, for the main part of the read, I'm using the Astro Matrix Tarot. Here's the box. And astromatrix.org is the website on the back. Hopefully that'll focus. I don't think there was like a creator. There should have been. I don't know. Either my brain skipped a beat or it's just not there. If you go there and you want the deck, though, go there. I didn't see like a creator. It's just dawning on me now. For the support of Oracle cards, you are Clairvoyant Oracle Cards by Belinda Grace, illustrations by Elaine Marzin. Website on the back here is rockpoolpublishing.com.au, A as an apple, U as an umbrella. I have updated dice. So I have a 22-sided dice I'm going to use for the major arcana. I'm using number 22 as the Fool, so I'm making that adaptation. And I get a 14-sided dice for the minor arcana, and I use a 4-sided dice to choose the element it's going to represent. And mathartfun.com is the website for that one. Hopefully you can see that website if you're interested. Okay. And with that, if you would like a reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information that's below, same email. And let's go on to your read. Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Sagittarius? Alright, so whatever's going on, it's starting off rough, I'm going to be honest with you, but it goes better. So if you're already in a place where you're like, I'm not happy with whatever the situation is, the energy's going to lift. I feel like seeing is believing. So you kind of, I understand you have to get there. Something is stuck. Something is stuck, and I feel like it's been stuck for a little while, and you're not happy about it. It's stuck, and it's kind of like, I can't breathe, I can't move, I can't do what I want. People aren't working with me. The situation's not working with me. It seems like whatever I do is wrong. It's giving me hiccups. I feel like I've worked with people like this. Even if they tell you what to do, you do it, and then they tell you did it wrong. And you're like, but you told me what to do. I didn't tell you to do it that way. Okay. This energy is supposed to lift, but it's kind of like, the problem is, I feel like that you're trying to appease this energy. Is that the problem? I think there's something here you're trying to appease, and I'm getting like, that's not working. Even if it seems like it fits the rules, or it's kind of like, I'm trying to keep it from falling apart, I'm trying to keep it from becoming an argument, I'm trying to keep it from becoming a problem. You get the Five of Wands and the Tower card like waning in and out. It's kind of like I'm trying to avoid a devastating moment here, and I'm just trying to make it strong, but people are working against me. I feel like whatever you're doing, you're probably doing the right thing. You're doing the best you can. There's other elements here who don't want to work in your favor. The ironic part of this is the person that's not working in your favor, I feel like you actually like. Keep that, take it with a grain of salt. Just keep it in the back of your mind. Let's see where we go with this. But you need somebody to work with you, and they're not. It's like the two of you are either working in your own way and it's not connecting the way it needs to, or I don't think anybody's working against anybody, but I feel like it's not compatible. The way you're doing it and the way they're doing it, even though you like this person, it's just working in opposite directions. It's kind of like I can think of a couple different earth energies that get along, but if they're working in two different energies or two different directions, it's kind of like, if I'm going to use, you're not Capricorn, you're Sagittarius, but like Capricorn energy can work well with itself. Two different Capricorns can work well together, but if they're going in opposite directions, it's not going to work. And I feel like this is a connection where there's somebody you're compatible with that's not going your way and just maybe not conveying that. There's stress here, a lot of stress, a lot of feeling trapped, and just feeling like it should work out at some point. It's not working. Like, you'll notice there's swords cards here. Swords talk about air, a lot of times communication, thought, stuff like that. Sometimes planning, even though Earth is more of a planner. Swords can bring forth the working out of a plan. There's lack of communication is what I'm actually getting. And it may be like, well, I talk to this person every day. We do communicate, but you're not communicating about whatever you need to communicate about. So it's kind of like, I was using a blue truck analogy earlier today. We're talking about parking, we're talking about buildings, we're talking about shipping. We're just not talking about the actual blue truck that's moving things from place to place. We need to talk about the blue truck. We don't need to talk about the building it's going, how it's getting there, the gas it's taking. We need to talk about the actual blue truck, the blue truck itself. So I feel like we're not talking about the actual issue, we're talking right around it. We're talking about what's in the truck, where it's going to go, when it's going to pick stuff up, but we're not talking about the truck itself. Sorry. Somebody just walked by my house, and I live out in the country, so when that happens, it kind of throws me, and I'm like, how'd you get out here? What's going on? So, Ace of Swords needs to happen sooner or later. If this reading is hitting at the right time, it's kind of saying, bring that Ace of Swords in. We need to talk about the blue truck. Whatever that blue truck is for you, talk about it. If you're worried or kind of nervous that you're going to offend somebody, or they're going to be like, oh, I'll bring it up and then they're going to want me to take it over, whatever it may be, or they're going to want to take it from me, whatever you think it may be, the situation does not improve, does not get better until we actually talk about it. We need to talk. We need to bring that conversation. It's inevitable. Goes more to your advantage if you start it. If you're able to start it, if you're able to initiate it, goes more to your advantage. And it comes in really quick, and I get that there's going to be changes that need to be made. Things move very, 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 very fast. I don't think you're going to be adverse to that. Let's see. It might be more of a kind of like, yeah, no, this has been going crazy for a while. The sooner it fixes, the better. Ace of Swords came up on the dice, right side up. And then the Wheel of Fortune, kind of like things are out of control here. Wheel of Fortune is showing up a couple times too. It's on the dice, but it's showing up later for your outcome. Things are just out of control. Things are too random. Things are like popcorn. They're just popping off whatever direction they want to. There's some random energy. We got to just kind of be aware of it. Kind of like if popcorn is happening here, where things are just popping off where they want to, when they want to, we need to at least be aware that popcorn is a part of the situation. We got to like address that, like, yeah, this is a popcorn situation. We got to work with it. We got to work together on this. Do not take the initiative to make the resolutions happen. I think of Sagittarius just kind of like, okay, there's something to be done, let's just do it. And you just kind of move forward. You don't want to do that with this situation. That might be difficult. That may be difficult. That Wheel of Fortune energy, we got to give it a chance to kind of simmer down. Do not take the initiative in this. Whatever this conversation is, do your best. Do your best. I know. Just do your best to not take the initiative, to kind of like, I'll do this, or I'll do that, or let me take care of this, or let me take care of that. Do your best to not. Try to like avert yourself, kind of like, all right, I got these other things going on. We talked about what's wrong. I got a lot of other things going on. I can't move forward with these because I got to move forward with that. Try to keep your mind in that set. Kind of like, so I like to use baking analogies. So we're talking about the blue truck. Oh, the blue truck needs to be fixed, or needs a different driver, or needs to have updated navigational system. Don't move ahead and be like, oh, I'll start putting out something. I'll try to start interviewing people for the driver position, or I'll see what we can do for navigation. I'll see what we can afford for the new navigation system. Take your mind, kind of like, say maybe you're also at home, or you got something going on where you're baking, because I like baking. Okay, I can't do that. I got this other subject over here at this other building, the baking building. I'm knee deep in that. I can't do the blue truck thing. I admit there's a problem. I agree it needs to be taken care of.
but I am knee deep in the baking building. I have to go back to the baking building. So I got a lot of things, I have to do that now. So I'll come back around in a week and we'll see what I can do, but I can't commit to anything right now. I'm baking. I'm doing the baking stuff. So if you can do that, great. Or if you can find somebody else to do that, even better, whatever works for you. I can't commit to doing anything for the blue truck. I agree, problem is blue truck and navigation, driver, whatever else I said there. But I'm in the baking building. I know I feel like it's going to be hard, but if you can do that, and the advice is to like leave it a mystery, leave it for other people to fix. I do feel like this is kind of a problem because it bothers you. That's why it's a problem. It's going to be like, oh, I don't like that. I'd rather it be done. If you let other people fix it, you're going to be surprised because there's going to be options here. Maybe somebody can get funding for a whole new truck that you weren't even aware. Like the right person gets involved and you're like, I didn't even know that was an option. I didn't know we could get a different truck. I didn't know. Somebody else did, and they might get that. Let that happen. You're not going to understand what happens. I feel like, what happened? I didn't know that was an option. Let it go into the land of mystery. Blessings will happen. It will bother you a little bit. Kind of like, I should have fixed that. If you keep going towards it, there's random energy still there. I just feel like it's kind of like maybe you didn't have the access to get that new truck, for example, but if you tried to fix it, the new truck wouldn't have happened. It's not your fault. It has nothing to do with you. But they're saying if you pull back, let somebody else fix that. You got a lot going on. You're very appreciative. You're very appreciated. Your energy is going better over here. If you split yourself even further, it's going to drive you mad, and it's not going to help this time. Not this time. A lot of times it does because you're a great person. I know that. But this is not the time for you. Pull that back. Let somebody else take it. Let somebody else fix it. Because, okay, we're going to use that truck analogy again. We got a different truck. We had a blue truck. Now we got a white truck. Because why not? Now all of a sudden we don't need a truck. Because people are going to be... There's other people that are going to take over this situation. Other people are like, instead of us taking the product to these places, those places are going to come pick it up themselves. We don't even need a truck now. Because I feel like there's going to be a great solution. You're like, I didn't even know that was an option. Had no idea, but that seems perfect. Great solution. Yeah, isn't it? We don't need it now. So now we got this white truck, new white truck. We're not going to use it. Another reason you don't want to be a part of this, because it goes great for maybe a month, maybe two, and then all of a sudden everything changes. And then it's kind of like, uh-oh. Glad I didn't make that decision. It's going to be one of those. New things are showing up. That random energy is just all over the place. That's another reason they're saying don't get involved in it, because things are going to change, then they're going to get better, and then they're going to change again. And it's kind of like it's going to keep going and it's going to keep evolving. Whatever other things you have going on, go for them. Because it's the problem thing. It's ironic because it's kind of like, well, it's a problem. I feel like I should deal with it. It's a problem. I feel like I should not only deal with it, but solve it. It makes rational sense why you would want to do that. But I also get that this situation has been a problem for probably quite a long time. They're saying it's not for you to solve. Keep your energy where you know it's going to be successful. Keep your energy where you actually are effective. There's too much random energy here right now. It needs to simmer down. It needs to calm down. And then later when it's, simmered down and it has a level keel, even keel, then you can add back in and then you'll be effective. You definitely don't want a situation here where you keep trying to fix it and then it's not only not working, but you don't want blame and you don't want to have wasted effort. Especially when you shouldn't be blamed, but I feel like that could happen. So this is kind of like, this is how you can avoid that. And you don't want to waste you don't want to go on to this and keep doing things and then find out all the effort you put in, all the other things you put aside to help this work out turned out to be wasted effort. You don't want that either. So hopefully that's helpful. Because I get if you're able, so we're going to do that. I'm not done. I thought I was, I'm not. Whatever you do, if you decide okay, I'm going to leave the truck alone, go into the baking building. There you're going to make great moves forward. That, I feel like people are going to really link up with you, and they're going to be very thankful for this. If you don't link up with them, I don't feel like these people don't benefit as much as they could have. you're not only going to be very effective, but very appreciative. Like there's gratitude here, very appreciated by doing that. So it's kind of like the choice, trying to fix the problem, which makes logical sense, and then being ineffective, possibly blamed, and then wasting your time, versus going towards somewhere where you are effective and being appreciative, appreciated. This is gratitude, I think you know what I mean. I feel like you're going to be appreciative that you went that direction too. You'll be very happy, kind of like, I am glad I didn't have anything to do with that truck thing, because that would have ticked me off if I put in all that effort and then it just backfired on me and it was a waste of time. Put in all that effort and it just didn't go anywhere. Versus going to this other thing, going to the baking building, and people loving you, appreciating you appreciating that you were there, and having a lot better things come out of it. A lot better things come out of it. I don't know who needs to hear this, but not every problem in the world is your fault or your responsibility. Take that with a grain of salt. I hope that doesn't sound too pointed. But I feel like somebody's like saying, yeah, every problem in the world is not your responsibility to fix. Other people can pick up the baton and try to fix it themselves. So even though you have a big heart and you want things to go correct, it doesn't mean it's your responsibility to fix the world. I don't know. I'm just going to throw that in there, but there you go. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Hopefully it helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.